Welcome everyone to another episode of the Wood from the Trees podcast. I hope you're all keeping well wherever you're watching or listening in the world. If you're liking what we're doing and you want to support the podcast, if you go to patreon.com/the Wood from the Trees. Not going to say podcast at the end of it. And for the price of a pint, you can help us grow and support the podcast. Really love what we're doing, but we don't have a network behind us and we don't have sponsors. So, for the price of that little pint or one of those fancy venties, you can get extra episodes uncensored. You won't see it anywhere else. You can get involved in the show and you can take part in it, and there's prizes to be won. So I appreciate the absolute fucky. Enjoy the episode. We have this place fine-tuned, so you keep your beady paws away from it.
If I start pressing them now...
Yeah, they'll change the colours.
Okay.
It looks like remotes for kids' ties or something.
They're the remotes for that. Where's the other one for?
Sure, they're two separate lights.
Oh, yeah. I should know, but...
You probably should, yeah.
I should know.
Gareth, they're different remotes.
Yeah, they're one for each side.
David came in and broke the lights one day, so I had
what
to get
lights?
a different set.
No, it was someone came in here and broke them.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was you.
No, it was David.
It was someone that came in here with me. Therefore,
Okay, right,
it was my
The
fault.
responsibility's on you then.
Yeah.
One of the kids.
No, yeah.
It was actually, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Okay, then it's not that.
Yeah, it was Jane. It was at Christmas when I was folding clothes and stuff in here, and one of them ran in. Sure, Ma had it wired wrong.
Hey,
Yeah,
she could have broke worse in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But I knocked over a whole can of Monster last night, just there.
I seen
And
Matt getting the
it came
thickest
this way,
I
thank fuck.
ever seen him get thick last night. We were chatting away, we were doing the Patreon, we were about, 10 minutes in?
No, we were fucking 25.
Were we?
Yeah.
25 minutes in, he forgot to turn on the mic.
I done a David on it.
Oh my God.
Fair enough.
Oh, fair enough. Always a worry I have when I'm doing a podcast on my own here.
But we literally, we were like 25 minutes in, and then all of a sudden, David was in the middle of saying something, and I was like, fuck, and just like burst the table.
Because you only realised then.
He
Was
was
that when you
raging.
spilled the can?
No, I spilled the can already all
Jeez,
over
if
myself.
If
That
he
would have been
spilled the
so
can
cool.
out of thickness, I'd have headbutted him. And he's alopecia head straight in
Conquer
his
boy.
non-eyebrows. Fuck it. Garrett, when he came in, told a fucking fabulous joke, Greg, didn't he?
I did.
It wasn't really that fabulous.
Greg didn't get it.
Are we on?
Yeah.
Oh,
He said, do people walk all over you, Ma? Because your name's Ma.
It wasn't a joke. I was curious.
Oh, look, he's backtracking on it now. It was the best joke he ever said 5 minutes ago.
Well, it's not the
I
case.
didn't. I
is it?
said I'm witty that way.
All right. Garrett, how's life been? Hard to get you here. Greg,
It's really not hard.
fair hard to get Gareth.
for the last few years since I started doing the podcast, how's it, 2 years?
Yeah.
Around 2 years. It was always Greg.
I was always the problem.
Greg was the problem
Yeah.
because he was the king of cameras. He was training teams and he was over stuff. You were doing shit.
And I was doing something that he doesn't do.
What's that?
Work.
That's not that. It's
go
just
now,
you'd be
carry
busy. You know the way you'd be busy.
I do be busy.
Yeah, well, we're all busy.
I still got the wood finished today.
But now I'm not the problem.
No. Now, Gareth's the
Gareth's the
problem.
problem.
I've like work, chaps, soccer, hurling.
No excuse.
No.
Don't all three have that?
No,
Yeah, I have
really.
that as well.
You don't.
You have nothing anymore.
Greg just works. Greg just gave up the hurling and just decided, you know what? Just to chill out every evening, to relax, I think I'll work more.
I'm happier at it.
Are you though?
Yeah. It's not grand.
Well, I think you should drive forward more.
Peace and quiet.
There's nothing wrong with work.
And I'm near
Or
home.
At 6 o'clock in the evening, I want out.
I don't have to drive an hour and a half.
You're working away.
Yeah, not too far though.
I see your citrons broke.
Jeez.
Kitchen is broke.
See,
Great car though.
did they figure out what was wrong with it?
Yeah.
What was wrong with it?
She would you credit? She has a timing chain and a timing belt, and the timing chain slipped.
Oh,
Yeah. Now it didn't do any harm. Now we don't think it did any harm because I drove it the whole way from Clare.
that's what happened in my car. Time and
underpowered.
chain.
It's just a little under power. It was like it derated coming up the road.
So what are they doing?
Sure. They changed the timing chain on it from a 15 mil chain to a 18 mil, but because they were obviously giving a bit of bother. So they're to put new pulleys on it as well for the suit. So
Oh, so a big job.
yeah, well they're all right. Like they're not too bad now. They're grand over there.
When you get it back, you'll have, I think,
Better than the boys in Whiteford.
15 more horsepower. She'll have way more power.
She wouldn't her whole.
She'll be going like a clock.
She wouldn't pull.
When Garrett's car broke down, that's when I knew who my real boss was. Because the car broke down, and next thing Greg came to work next day in Dara's car, Dara's van.
Yeah.
Garrett just came up
I
and
got demoted.
he said, "Give me the van." Why? Mine's broke down. How do I get to work? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but hey, he could literally cycle to work where he is.
That wouldn't happen.
But you could.
Greg has too many things to bring.
How far are you away now? 2 miles.
I'm only 2 miles.
Yeah, but in the last wood we were in, to be fair, you'd need a bag of chains going to work every day.
Oh, the last one was a nightmare.
The last wood that Greg was in, nearly...
I needed a bag of chains as well and there was nothing about it.
Was it as bad?
No.
It was pretty bad.
His was normal. Ours was bad.
I actually was on the phone to Komatsu every day thinking there was something wrong with the machine. And I went to a new wood, no problem.
He realised it was him was wrong.
No, it was obviously the timber. It was real glassy or knotty.
David.
I knew it was dirty. It was dirty-ish timber, but I mean, chain wouldn't go down through it.
It was the timber.
It was the timber. If the edge went off my chain one bit, and next thing it'd go down into it and just stop.
There is certain timber that does be...
No, you're right. It does
I thought
happen
my
like
saw seals were gone. No power to push the chain through it. And I said, when I have a really good edge now, it'll obviously, it's pulling it down through it. But we checked that. That wasn't the problem. We checked a lot of things, but...
Do you sharpen your chains?
No, they sharpen themselves.
I'd say Garrett just uses new chains all the time.
I do with my bollocks. Greg, tell him.
Huh.
Tell him I don't use new chains all the time.
He gets all the new chains. I have to use the used
Because
ones.
I just see Greg sharpen chains all the time.
Yeah, I know, but he does something I don't bother with.
What?
Cut stumps, so
Yeah, I do cut me some slack.
I come a bit
He
higher.
has to, because I have bad back.
Actually, so do you know that machine that like you're in your videos?
Yeah. It's forward.
So does that just like pick up trees, or
Yeah, that
does
just...
that like have a chainsaw
No,
on the
no.
front of it?
Greg's one picks up the trees,
Right.
grabs them, cuts them, measures them, puts them into lengths.
Your machine.
Man, I
cuts them
can't
and all and
believe
grabs
you
them.
know so little
Yeah.
about what he does.
Yeah, I know.
Ask him one question about my fucking job.
I know everything. Ask me anything. Ask me any question about your job.
What software do I use to design?
Fuck
stuff?
off. That has not got to do with anything. You design shit, right? And you do techie stuff.
Techie stuff.
Right, that's what he does. Matt every day gets up and he puts on one of them glasses, you know, with the Oculus on it like this. That's what he does. He's one of them computer geeks. He wears a lab coat every day.
A lab coat to sit at my desk.
Yeah.
David has the handy job.
It is a lot
The
handier.
harvester's tougher.
So what does your machine do?
It just goes in and gets it out.
Like picks it up and
And gets it out and stacks it.
Okay.
And Greg's one.
No,
It's not an easy job.
It's tough.
Depends on the site.
It's hard on the body.
What?
Oh my God. People for years loaded timber by hand.
Yeah.
Worked with chainsaws. And it's hard on the body because he's been thrown around the cabinet.
Oh, you'd be bouncing around.
Can we
like-
edit that out
You see,
just in case people think you're
no, I think, genuinely, that I should have one of those comfort cabs or Ponzi because I think John Deere got bad.
They're under balance.
You're only gone off John Deere because of the fucking not being invited.
Fucking bastard never invited me to the H launch. Raging.
Yeah,
Fucking
look,
bulling.
I think actually, the comfy cab probably is comfy. But I still think you'd miss because you don't even turn your head in the machine.
No, I don't. No, I'd miss the swivel cab. I'd really, really miss it.
But you know what? It'd be no harm if you did turn your head in that time.
Why?
I don't know. It's no harm moving around in the machine either. You literally
starting to
sit.
stiffen up there.
You're starting to stiffen up. You sit like that, and literally, that's the most you turn your head.
Like when Gareth's driving your machine, well, actually you drive Gareth's machine.
When
Anyway,
I'm on
we
the
won't get
1010.
into that.
Semantics.
Gareth's driving out and he constantly look behind
I do
him.
turn my head.
David
You
will
don't.
turn the cab all the time.
Because the first thing I do after Garrett drives the machine is I close the blinds.
Yeah,
He
you
opens
do
the blinds.
You do the blinds
At the
closed.
back,
Yeah.
because I have to see out with my eyeballs.
You
Right.
never look out the back windows.
Never. In fact, the most annoying thing is the sun blaring in and be back in my head. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, he's like this in it. He's real rigid the whole time.
Do you feel like, because I know obviously I see the size of the machine around you, but do you feel like you have much space to move in it?
Ah, yeah.
Oh, no, you do.
You do, yeah.
You do.
The John Deere, I think more so than the Komatsu, maybe. In the Harvester, I mean.
Yeah.
The Harvester cab is quite narrow.
Every machine has its own little thing. Like I drove the Ponzi, and whatever it is about Ponzi, and it doesn't swivel, it doesn't do anything. I find them comfortable, and I find them a nice machine to sit in. I like the feel of the dash. I like the controls. I think they're a nice machine to sit in.
But the Komatsu was a nicer looking dash.
Nicer
Like
looking
the
dash.
forward.
Yeah.
The colours and little red lights and
They're just nicey.
a little bit nice, yeah. I'd say the comfy cab probably
Different.
take that over a bit.
They all have their things.
But the nice level is definitely the lowest in the John Deere, like.
It's what?
It's the best.
It's the lowest.
Oh yeah, but it's separated from the machine, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a
like
good bit away from it.
Mark Curtis's, what was it? The 1510 that I drove. That was nice as fuck.
Yeah.
I could hear the transmission whining in that. It's like the cab's sitting down the chassis, and you're going to feel it, and you're going to hear it.
Do you know, maybe I look back wrong at this, but when I drive an 810s, I thought they were unbelievably quiet. Am I wrong
No,
in
they
thinking
were.
that? I never
They
remember really whining going on under 810s.
No, you couldn't, because remember when you'd open the door, they'd just roar their head
Now,
off.
if there is someone listening here that won't have a clue what I'm talking about, 810s. John Deere 810s, all solid cab machines.
Yeah,
Yeah, not them well, yeah.
Yeah.
but they were lovely
What
inside.
colour are they, man?
I'm going to go with black.
Well, we go picture of
Or
an
green
810
for John Deere.
There's no black machines except for log set, but they're not really black, are they?
there is, you can get Ponzi in black.
Well, really.
Well,
darn
I've seen them.
Is the machinery stuff like tractors, like your John Deere's green, your
Yeah.
Massey's red, whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, some people get him macked out. The lad's never done it for me because they don't love me enough. I
you know
asked
what,
for
when
a
we-
few things,
when
but they
we-
never give them to me.
Gold plated.
Yeah.
When actually we kind of thought maybe it would be cool to blacken the machines. Actually, John Deere had their chassis changed from black to grey.
Grey.
They did, yeah.
So
It would have looked stupid.
Look stupid.
Yeah, that
Just
was
blacked out with a big gold John Deere's.
would be cool. I would have loved a black machine with a luminous green.
yeah, look, there can be.
Be nice.
I do watch some machines on YouTube. There's two. Are the brothers that have that big container?
Scotland?
No. I don't know. They don't even speak English. Egypt.
Ericsson's or something like that. or
Ericsson's. They have an 855 and
901.
a 901 6-wheeler.
Oh,
The first set up now, but they macked out their 855 farewell.
well, that had fairy lights and everything on it.
Yeah, that's it.
I remember it.
And you see their trailer for their canteen and their workshop. It's fair set up now.
There was one on the blog. It was a feather buncher with all spray painting on the back of it with Thor or something. Do you remember? Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Sure, Jim Wilmer had one with the Incredible Hulk on it.
That was it.
Bowerwoods wouldn't be big enough for that.
The
No.
Incredible Hulk.
No, the containers and the
Not a
mobile
chance.
workshops.
Imagine pulling the container to a 500 ton mode.
Look at this on professionalism. This lad should know better. Alan Clark ringing.
He thinks no one's doing nothing like him.
He couldn't think that.
So I have a heap of questions that people were asking.
Now, do you know before you ask these questions?
You don't have to.
We don't have any answers, really.
No, but look, I'm just so sick of getting asked the same questions over and over. So just give a rough idea.
Okay.
Rough idea. So there's loads of farmers in the ring and they go, how do you price tenons and what way does it work and how much should we be making out of it? Now, they don't, that's kind of the rough question you get all the time. You know, some farmer and he plants tenons and then I suppose they have the forest guy or the sawmill come in, they don't really trust anything they're been told. They probably think they should be making a heap of money out of it. They don't know, maybe they don't know about felon licenses or anything. Like, what way should they be?
Well, first of all, they mightn't have any roads going into it. So if you had to put a road in, you're going to be not now the first, second or third nearly. You know, you'd be very lucky if you're a farmer now and you had lorry access into a plantation.
I think, though, when timber prices are good, there will be a few bob made. If you go 1,000 ton of first tenons and...
Depends on the first
Yeah,
tenants.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah.
There's so many
Variables.
variables. But you should make a few bob.
If you have real bad first tenants, but it needs a thinning.
You should make 10 or 15 euro a ton. You know,
If it's all pulp,
you could make 10.
Yeah, but if
Make
you, if
five-
you had to pour a
it's
road
just-
into it,
Yeah, I know that, yeah. But here's the
if you had
problem.
to pour a road into it.
They don't fucking put roads into it.
Okay.
But most farmers that we go to now, they'd wait till the summer and you'd bring it up through the field and, you know, it wouldn't cost them an awful lot.
Yeah, but it's messing, isn't it?
It's messing for us.
What's a tinning?
It's where you go in and take lines out of the new wood before a machine has ever gone into it and take spot tin and let the light in.
You put lines in it. It's where you first.
You saying thinning?
Yeah.
Tinning, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Tinning.
Tinning, that's
Oh, sorry, Ma, that we're not speaking all proper.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we go in to do the thinnings.
Yeah, thinning. Yeah.
Yeah,
We let the light in.
yeah, it's basically where you plan out the wood. So
Yeah.
if the road is put in the right place, because we do see that with quailcha woods and everything, sometimes just where they place the road, it's a makes or break a wood.
Yeah.
Then they want to be very, I know they get in forest companies sometimes, and that can be, God, if they've done any research themselves and got a contractor that they kind of trust, God, don't be handing them €3 or €4 a ton.
I know. What does second generation mean, and why do you whinge so much about it?
Second generation is when the wood is planted the first time, it's a real good job. 1 in 7, and you can.
It's greenfield site.
Yeah.
People go in and they plant it, and they have
Level.
7 rows of trees, and they're all the way up, and a little row, a little drain.
We go in then and we take the 7th row right up through it and another little spot on the side. And then it's second tinned and they take another bit. Then it's third. And when it's clear fell then, the digger comes in and he pushes all the brash into one big pile. It's a windrow. And that's a mess. Because now when we come in to tin, we have to travel that windrow. And you have old stumps, stones, rocks, and it's very, very difficult.
And all those stumps are sitting there.
Yeah.
The trees are planted between them.
And when they dig the mounds,
The mound drain's a disaster altogether.
yeah, they take fresh dirt off and make rows, and then they plant the trees up in the rows. So it raises the timber off the ground, but it also makes it more susceptible to blowing over when it gets older and stuff.
Yeah, but I think it grows quicker, doesn't it, when it's up off the ground? They've
It
less
grows quicker, but it's
maintenance.
more sustainable to blowing down.
Yeah.
I personally don't like mountain because by the time they get the dirt out of the bottom of the drain, it's not as good a soil. And the plant, they throw a little bucket full, if you want to call it, and they shove the plant down into that. But you could see as the rows go out, here's the mound drain in the middle, you have little mounds for the going out like that in meters each time. The further away it goes, the worse that clay gets. It's not good quality. It'd be better going around with a spade, but hey,
And just aesthetically, it's horrible. And the trees get so dirty. Like, they're so dirty,
Oh,
so
shitty.
bowy.
Yeah, but when you get the tin done then the first time,
yeah, it can be
okay.
done. It can be done better though. Like if you go into that on level ground. Now I know where you were was an exception because it wasn't actually hilly, but second generation level ground can often be okay. Once you go up into hills and they have their little 14-ton diggers and run hills and they can't actually slew out to a 90-degree, to get their little mound, bucket of mound out. And next thing, everything comes in really close.
If they had
Instead of
bigger
being
diggers, it'd be better.
bigger,
Yeah.
more powerful diggers. And hey, even windrowing, they could really get that windrow in under a metre.
at that stage
know.
then, instead of 1 in 7, it's down to 4 and 5 rows between each windrow. Or
And
mound drain.
maybe a drain. No, sure, you'd have 3 either side. So you have 3 trees. So windrow, 3 trees, mound drain. Right? If there had to be 6, 7 trees in that middle and no mound drain, we could travel that one in the middle.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
no-
we're not going to fix it.
No, I know. You're just.
Because you know why? How many years
I
are they
could.
doing it now?
I could.
I'd say there's 20 years of this shit coming ahead
If
of
they'd
us.
had me enough, I'd fix it.
There's the problem. Depend enough. Why are machines got so much bigger now?
Because big is better.
Yeah.
Production.
Yeah, there's a good reason for that. What we were talking about, because the timbers got so rough, and everyone had little 1070s and 1170s years ago doing timber like this, and
But they were big then,
they were big then.
weren't they?
Look, machines have got incredibly expensive, and now it's about production. And rates are probably poor, so production has to be high, and it's a vicious circle.
Like in the last wood we were in now is a perfect example. say when you were on even ground and you had to like pull the tree out of the ground, like pull the tree, the root, move it over to the left, cut the stump off, level up the ground so as I could get in and out of it. So like you're using your machine as a digger then. If you had a smaller machine, you'd pull the base out of your crane, you'd have it fucked up in...
You shouldn't even be doing it with the machines we have, to be honest. But there's no other way of doing it. You have to toss the tree out of the ground, throw the stump to the lower side, and then process your tree. And it's not handy going.
I'm going to burst you up if you don't put that fucking closer to your mouth.
I don't think I'm close enough.
Well,
man,
put it closer
You
to
can
your
do it
mouth.
being a little bit closer.
You
Little
have to
bit
be able
closer.
to, you have to be able to lick it. That's how close.
If you stick your tongue out, you should be able to lick it.
Does everyone stick their tongue out?
Everyone. It's a test we
You're
do.
going to get herpes off it now in a minute.
It's a test we do.
Who's in here that has herpes on their mouth?
Yeah, man.
Hey, look, I don't tell about everybody that's being here.
I'd say if anyone in here has herpes, it's 100% Gareth.
David, what do you think should be done about second generation?
Me, personally, I think that it should be burnt to the ground.
Okay, would we not just leave
No,
it clear for it?
I think that it's not very forward thinking. I think it's an awful waste when you have this ground. When they should just come in, they're on about waste. Bring the butts up, chip them. Chip the stumps if they want to.
Do you know what? The stumps really aren't the problem.
No, it's just the way it's
It's
done.
the windrow
Yeah.
is the big problem. Because if that windrow is not, if it goes over a metre, then the trees get bowie either side of it. It's the windrow is the problem more so than the actual
And it
stumps.
causes more drains, more water, deeper stumps.
Well, we were first lucky where we were because there was no water flowing. If there was water flowing every time I'd pull a stump, it'd fill with water where the tree was.
Yeah,
You'd have some mess then.
yeah.
But then you see, look, what is bad about it is the reason this country is probably quite good. We grow timber so quick. Like in other countries, it'll take twice as long for that crop to get to where it went to. And then trees, everything will be rotten in the ground. Just we get there 18 years later and they're still actually not dead, the stumps.
Yeah, and in Ireland and England, we're doing an awful lot more than other countries in cutting and logging would be doing for sawmills. Say we're cutting them into lengths, we're segregating it in the wood and it's been drew to the mill that way. Whereas in most countries, it's been, all the saw log goes into one saw log stack, all the pulp goes into one pulp stack. Whereas we're segregating them, we're doing more travelling, it's an awful lot more work.
The mills segregated in other countries.
Well, the mills kind of used to segregate here too. You see their bins, that have their...
But they mightn't have the room.
That's the whole problem. So Quilcha have the room in the forest, which I probably think Quilcha should have never bent over to.
If you could do your job remotely, like the way you see like drone workers now working remotely or whatever, if you could sit down at home and do your job remotely, would you still do it?
You couldn't do it.
You couldn't.
Because I have
No
to walk
solution.
the wood.
Yeah.
And if a chain popped off, I'd have to get home put on.
Yeah, okay.
But it would be very cool.
The
fair lazy,
forwarder
wouldn't you?
might be able. Forwarder might be able.
It'd have more of a chance.
Yeah, like if you didn't have to fill with diesel or if you didn't brake, you still need someone on site there to... And how often do me and you have to go walking?
A load and shovel down a quarry, that'd do it. Or a digger, remotely.
Still they're not doing it.
I think it's a health and safety thing.
Yeah, I think so as well.
And operators have to look after...
as a house at home.
No, but for other people around.
But if everyone's at home,
Yeah, David just driving over somebody on the
All
side.
you're doing is crashing machines and no one near it.
That's true.
insurance.
Do you know in the last 10 years, I've only slept in the machine twice?
No, I don't believe
And
it.
I've caught him
And
both times.
each time, right? Mickey Kenny down in Galway, and that lad caught me.
The last time it's not too long ago, you were sick.
In the other wood, I was
I went up to him and here he was. And he had the vizzy over his head and he was fast asleep. And I was going to frighten him. I felt sorry for
He's
him.
more problems than Heino.
Yeah, I felt sorry for
Stress,
him.
lads, would you not give him a fucking break?
But I went up to him and I says, why don't you just go home? He said, how could I go home? What rest would I get at home? With the chaps
my
and-
house isn't a conduit for rest. It really
Better
is.
sleep in the machine.
No house is under kids.
It's very busy.
Yeah,
It's
so
very busy.
David catches up on lost sleep at work.
I don't fucking catch up on lost sleep at work, you bastard.
It's a great job, Garrett. Telling you, you're paying him too much.
Well, Garrett is the boss.
Clearly, Garrett's the boss.
Garrett is clearly the boss.
You know.
I like to think so.
Yeah.
What would you do if you caught him sleeping, Gareth?
I do the very same as Greg.
Frightened the shit out of me.
Sure, Greg was a devil to sleep in the wood.
Hey,
Hey, honestly, he'd pull up 3 times a day and sleep for 10 minutes.
Oh, the harvester's serious.
I wouldn't.
If I was on
But-
the harvester now, it'd burn you out.
If I was tired, I'd let back to sea.
Do you know what days
Fuck
are the
that.
hardest on a harvester? Sunny days where you're working towards the sun.
Yeah. But on the forwarder as well, it's very hard as well.
But you have options. Like every so often you're turning around.
I actually disagree with you because I find if I get up close to the trees, I can kind of get into the shade of the sun.
With the forwarder.
With the harvester. With the forwarder, you could have a line 300 yards long. It's just blaring into your eyes the whole way.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
I don't know. I think you're wrong there. I think it's harder to get away from the sun in the forwarder.
And you know what I do with the harvester? You can't do it. I suppose you could if you were clever enough. But
Well, then you can't do it.
I'd have somewhere to cut in the morning and then I'd switch after dinner.
So that the sun.
So that the sun wouldn't be...
I do that too.
Yeah, you have to kind of.
Yeah, you would.
Or even
Yeah.
turn back out with loads or...
Like that last wood, you were a dickhead where you parked the van. Oh, do you know what I hate? Do you know what I hate in the forwarder? I hate unloading with the trailer facing down the hill.
That was harsh now, wasn't it? And then move on.
Yeah.
Every
just move on
time,
from
every
it.
time you grab a few slide
Yeah,
back.
You're a
and he
dickhead.
made me do that in the last one. Just park the van right where I wanted to turn down the hill.
And you know what's funny? You'd think he'd just say, Greg, will you move the van?
And-
And you know what's even more funny? The keys were in it.
No,
So
they weren't.
That'll
They
tell you
weren't.
about him.
I got out.
I can guarantee
I
you,
got out when I looked.
you never leave the keys in
They
the van.
weren't. They weren't. You can't leave the keys in it. We'd be robbed.
It was Dara's van.
Who the fuck could rob you?
Cara, there is thieves everywhere.
Not on the
Waiting in the
Blues.
bushes.
There is more thieves and rapists on the Steve Bloom than anywhere else in Ireland.
We have nothing's been touched.
And
in
we've
Steve
never
Blues.
been raped.
Never.
Well, I'm going to tell you a story.
David's confession.
I remember years ago. Do you remember this? This has actually happened.
Sure, I don't know yet.
We were up the mountain doing a thing called ploughing,
Yeah.
right? Years ago, where you had a girlfriend and you bring them up to do a bit of smooching.
Plowing.
And you just
know.
ended up plowing her.
We were harmless, doing a bit of smooching. You bring them up in the car somewhere quiet. You do a bit of smooching.
You were kissing
So
him
some
good
nights you were
Kissing and good.
smooching and another night you were ploughing. Or were you smooching trying to plough?
Smooching trying to plough sounds more like it, right? But failing, right?
You brought her to a secluded area where
Secluded
nobody
area.
could hear her scream.
Sounds creepy, but back then that's what you done.
Start
right?
smooching and try to plough.
Because back in the day, if you didn't have a car, you weren't smooching.
Can we name the
Where would you
episode
do the
Smooching and Plowing?
Huh?
Where would you do
I think
it?
so.
Yeah, you didn't go to your parents' house and go smooching and watching TV like you do now. It didn't happen.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah, so you done your smooching in the car. So you go to the cinema and on the way home, you pull up, going over the mountain and do a bit of smooching in a
And
smooching
there's
area.
snap times, they put them on.
And the irony is we would have had snap ties and chains in the car, right?
Take her to a secondary location.
But we were going with these women. This wasn't like creepy stuff now, right? Trust me on this.
First Tinder date.
But we were up the mountain where we used to go. And it was like 2 o'clock, 3
Where
o'clock.
did
in
you
the morning.
go?
You keep saying we, like I'm the one with you.
Yeah, I
Hey, do
wasn't
you
with
remember
you.
this,
Because
Gareth?
at the time, a few of our friends were there as well. This happened.
Just that's very creepy,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
You and your friends would go smooching with your girlfriend.
No, it
hoping
was up
to,
the course.
hoping to
No,
plough.
it was
You
up
bring
the
Your
course,
brother
yeah.
with the video camera.
What? Was it on the cup?
Yeah.
Up with Glenbridge?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go on.
Yeah. And
Garrett's like, fuck, I don't remember.
no, someone came to the car with a flashlight.
Doggers.
Very scared.
Well, I bet
Trousers
you-
at your ankles.
No, it wasn't, but I had an awful job get the lad in.
To her or to your trousers?
No.
They'd want to see, had some
I,
flashlight to
would,
see your leg.
I wouldn't have been able to concentrate on that way, a lad looking in with a flashlight. I'm not in fucking dogging.
I think I remember that. I think I
That was
remember
scary.
going
Was
on.
it Garrett with the
You with the
flashlight?
flashlight, Carol, yeah.
No, but at the time, there was a lot of weird shit going on. Remember, there was a lad found, a hut was found up the mountain with some fucking creepy lad they thought that Fiona Pender and Yorkshire
Oh,
were
yeah.
robbed up there and stuff. There was a lot of weird stuff went down up there. It was very creepy and we were harmless.
And did you
We were definitely
end
harmless.
up talking to your man? or-
Give me fuck, I got me willy in, turned on the car, down the fucking road I went.
Where'd he go?
Out the road.
I don't know. I didn't get out to look. Would you? You would.
You know what though?
I fucking would.
Yeah. Some prick come over. Like, obviously, maybe he thought there was no one in the car, but he had no car.
He
but
knew.
even at that, why are you looking in somebody's car?
exactly.
Like,
He knew there was someone in the car.
It was
He
bouncing,
knew.
wasn't it?
The
Would
steam.
there be other cars parked where you'd be ploughing?
No. But we used to use the same area.
You and their friends.
so you feel he knew you were coming? He was stalking
when
you.
I was at Vicky back when we started, I drove down to Carlow. She was in college in Carlow. And we went to the cinema and I took her out the road somewhere and I pulled up in some secluded area, right? And we were doing the bad thing, right? Getting up on the good foot and doing the bad thing. And next thing this car came, we were on their lane, didn't know. and he pulled up and he says, "Are you all right?" And I pulled down, "Sorry, just doing a bit of riding." And he goes, "All right, work away."
I love how that was your move, though. It's like cinematic. Didn't bring her up a mountain.
Sure, no, there was no mountains in Carlow. You'd be careful in Carlow. Carlow, they eat dog, you know. I heard that. It's not a lie of mine if that's a lie. I've seen that. That's on Wikipedia.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they eat dog. It's the only county in Ireland where they eat dog as a cuisine.
Carlow's the very same as Laois.
What?
Carlow's the very same as Laois.
Is it?
They're very similar people. Sure, the two of them are kind of interlinked, aren't they? There,
I suppose they are. Arliss.
There's a couple of them. Nah, you're rimming about the dog thing.
Well, look, I heard. Right, I heard.
Well done.
Was the source good? It was.
Why are sawmills making so much money when contractors aren't making any?
How do you know contractors aren't
That's
making
obviously
money?
from a contractor.
It's from a few contractors. Because every so often, you know the guys. You know all the lads that always go, "Cuddy, you should be talking about how all the contractors aren't making money and Quilter are making massive profits and so are the mills."
It's the same as every game, really. You know, the bottom of the barrel. That's what the contractors and hauliers will be of the same. I don't know, because we have loads of power, but I suppose we just never stand together.
You need Morris from Longacre to take
No,
over.
like, I mean, you could change it in a week, probably. Like, literally, if every harvester in the country stopped harvesting for 1 week and every lorry in the country drawn timber pulled up at Millgay, and I'd say we'd be a lot better off a week later. But
That'd give you food for thought, wouldn't it?
there's no one do it. Like, it's just...
Well, I think if there is ever a huge big strike, I think you're the spokesman guy. You're not
for
the
election.
you're not the spokesman we want, but you're the spokesman
well,
we need.
Well, that's the problem. It's very hard to have a spokesman. We don't really have association, you know, a proper forestry association.
But even if you were to speak, would anybody listen? Like, is it like the people that
It's such
do-
a small industry.
You see,
and
that's what I'm saying. You make them listen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
a problem.
I'm blocking up the place.
A huge problem, I
We're
think.
fidgeters, aren't we?
I'll tell you a huge problem, I
I'm
think.
waiting for
with-
that chair to go again.
Will you fucking listen to me? I was just going
What
to
you
say
saying,
something
man?
profound.
You're boring.
Hey, I was going to say something profound.
What are you saying, yeah?
Ma is circumcised.
You make that sound like I took you up a mountain.
That's all right. No, moving on.
Weed, ploughing.
Smooching and ploughing.
Did that happen lately?
Like, he makes it sound like I showed him.
Why are you so circumcised?
I couldn't. It was an issue I had when I was a child.
An issue with your...
Yeah, like I couldn't piss. It was going to blow up or something. I don't know if that's the medical term for it, but
tight little Mickey on you.
Yeah, they got that done for nothing in
Israel.
Israel.
And America. A lot of men are circumcised in America.
yeah,
Really?
it's cleaner.
Okay. Cleaner for who?
Yeah. Sure.
I don't know, lads.
Everybody involved.
I think we'll go back to timber or something.
Sure. yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, was that one of the questions that was sent in?
I don't know. No, it wasn't.
He spent too much time in here,
I
man.
went off in the time. I don't know what we
How do you know
Hey, we
he's
started-
Mickey is circumcised?
We started a Patreon here and we'd have Matt has a structure set in place of what we're going to talk about. I don't think we've ever stuck to it.
Never
not
once.
even once. Just goes a whole other direction.
I think that happens though. I listen to a few podcasts. That happens a lot.
It does.
I think that shows that people you're vibing like with your guests or whatever.
Yeah. You move off in whatever direction.
What podcast do you listen to other than mine, of course?
I don't listen to anything.
I listen to a lot of Gary Neville.
No.
And other ones I'd pop into. Nothing brilliant now. I've never
James English.
No. See, my problem with podcasts is I like subjects, not people. So, like, you know, podcasts are always different. So they mightn't suit me. Like, I'd be better if I looked up a podcast on a certain subject and went to different ones about the one subject instead of listening to one guy about all different subjects.
See, I think it's, for me, it's the other way around because I like to listen to podcasts with loads of different people. So as I find out about subjects I didn't know I'd be interested in. So when I listen to Joe Rogan a lot, or James English, or I love Theo Von now. I think he makes my week. He makes my week. But you get someone on and they're talking about a topic or a book, and then you go listen to that book and download, and it's just that's my whole week then in the machine sorted.
I think that people that are like that are very much don't know what to be. They don't know what they want to be when they get older.
What do you call
They
someone
still
who
don't
listens
know
to
what
that?
they want to listen to, or
Greg, you're an anomaly.
nobody.
You listen to a lot of baby making music. Like,
I do like music.
doesn't he?
if Jim Core had a podcast,
You would listen to it.
Yeah.
It turns out he was right about a lot of stuff now.
absolutely,
Jim Core.
Yeah.
That he was.
he was right that his sisters were better in the band than he was.
He was right about a lot of things.
He was right about a lot of things, yeah.
I do get your point though, because I've had 2 or 3 people say to me about they didn't like the guests you had on, and maybe 3 or 4 episodes in a row, and that made them stop listening. And I'm like, oh well, look, go back and listen to this episode, and you'll end up getting back into it.
Yeah. Well, you see, I think if I'm doing a podcast and everyone likes every episode, I'm doing it wrong.
Oh yeah, sure you can.
Because you want to have a little bit of everyone on.
You can't listen to the same thing the whole time.
No, you
Yeah.
can't. You can't.
But you do understand about the subject thing.
Yeah.
Oh no,
That's
I do.
why, yeah,
And you're a very knowledgeable man.
yeah. But I have enough knowledge now.
You don't want any more.
If I do, I want it on subjects that I'm interested in, not on just anything.
Is there anything that you're into now that you weren't into? Like, if you got into that new that you
No,
in this part of your life that you've never been into before?
no, I don't think so.
I was sure Gareth would get into golf.
I am into golf, and I was always.
No,
into
you're
golf.
not.
Just because I don't play it doesn't mean I'm not into it. I know when people are playing, I know what tournaments are on. I just don't have time to play it. And when I do have time to play it, I'm going to be very good at it.
Have you played it before?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
He's
If
shy.
I was to say, what would I be? I'd say I'd be a handicap about 40. I'm not very good at it.
You're the first bit.
Well,
Well, my starting one was 37, so
There you go. I'm not very good at it. But I think if I played it, I'm not saying I'd be any good at it, but I think I'd get down to 15 or 16 maybe. What are you at?
I have dropped from 37 down to 23. But I know lads that have been playing at 20 years that are still at 16.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really get it as much, to be honest, because like I'm now down to the same level. I'm 2 shots off the guys that I play with that have been playing for 20 years.
And you might never get better.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's very hard sport, like, oh my God.
I
It's
think
hard
it's-
to be
it's-
consistent.
Yeah.
The time
really.
thing with golf is just outrageous.
Do I?
It's too long.
It's so funny because it's the only sport that people want to get away from quickly as possible. They want to finish out the thing as quickly as possible. And it's like, but you say you love doing this every week, but the whole point of it is to do it as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns
Are they
into
just
a-
searching for that little dopamine hit when they hit that ball and they get a good shot?
It's like I imagine that's what heroin feels like.
Golf and heroin.
I genuinely
If you only play the class,
It's took for
classic now,
serious.
and you hit a ball nice and the clink
Yeah.
off the driver, it would be like,
Yeah, it is a good. I do it once a year now, and when you hit it right,
and it's the only thing I can ever actually describe in my life that I feel fully addicted to.
Yeah, I'm like that with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Hey, and it's for everyone. Like, I mean, Matt could literally go out. Martin going to be 5 times better golfer
Yeah.
than him, and Matt can go out and compete with him.
Yeah.
Because he has that handicap.
Yeah.
So everyone can play. Like, say, hey, if Portlaoise junior team, if the Portlaoise junior hurling team went and played Casttown senior team to get the shape out, right? But with golf, it doesn't matter how good or bad you are, you have the same chance.
Well, like the presentations for Portlaoise there for the last couple of months, like since January, were on, and like I had 3 prizes to collect for winning 3 tournaments.
You better be playing off 23. You better not be a 20 man.
A 20 man.
Yeah.
What's
Cheating.
a 20 man?
That goes on too.
No, you
people
see,
are
that's,
better.
yeah, oh yeah, no, I've seen that. I had a problem with it last year in the captain's prize in
cunt,
another
isn't
club.
it?
The guy that I had won the first day, I played the best golf of my life, and then so you go out and you're pairing at the end of the people obviously getting the top 3 for the second day, And your man turned around and goes, I goes, oh, what are you playing off? And he was like 40 something. And I was like, I think it was 47, right? And I was like, geez, like, you only start like yesterday. And he was like, no, I've been playing here for 2 years. I'm a member here 2 years now. And I was like, well, that's ridiculous. So to me, and he didn't play a 47 handicap. He went on to win the fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
And to me, that is just, you don't do any of the tournaments throughout the year, so your handicap never changes.
Yeah, it's cheating.
Yeah, it is. You're
cheating.
holding off on
It's
putting
really
in
annoying.
cards. Sorry, Dave, I know you were
No,
going out there.
But 90% of people who play golf will be so honest.
Yeah.
It is an honest kind of a sport.
Imagine if I was into golf.
I'm going to get you there. I'm going to get you there.
It won't happen.
What's wrong?
You'd never get me into golf.
You've often played it.
No, David was never any good at any sports.
If you got that one good shot, I'm telling you.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I
I've
swear.
seen him hit good shots.
Yeah.
No, it's-
classics.
It's not my thing.
I'd be great at it.
I get fucking shocking bored.
If you
Happy
got,
Gilmore here
with
beside
your
me.
fucking strength, if you like,
Oh,
were
Greg's
able to
strength.
hit-
Oh, Greg.
Greg's strength.
strong as
And
man.
his patience.
I don't have patience.
Okay.
But I thought that didn't matter about that then with the golf clubs. Your swing just stayed
Oh
the
no!
same.
Hey, look at all the top golfers now. They're muscly. They're driving so
Oh.
far.
But
I know it
I'm
does
just saying,
matter.
like, you can still, yeah, like, if you have the right technique and stuff like that, you can hit a really good drive, same as. But like, you could definitely be doing the Bryson DeChambeau on a hitting 400 yards if you're built
you
enough
were
to be
good
able
at
to
it.
do
I think
it,
I could
yeah.
do everything with a putter.
I can
But you
guarantee
think you could drive with a putter?
Yeah.
We've tried it at the range a few times.
Well.
It's very difficult.
I'm not sure. How big a difference could it be?
The putter
Sure.
faces,
Yeah.
the putter faces. That's how.
Yeah, I think I could do it. I'd have that skill.
But the green is hard.
What
When
do
you
mean?
get onto the green,
Oh, that's
Oh,
my,
to actually put
that's
like,
that's very
the
difficult.
hardest.
yeah.
Well, I had the last time I went to Classic, I had the top gear. You could not get any better gear. Lasers. Had fucking.
I'm not going around scanning everything.
We had everything. We had the works. Didn't help.
No, of course it's not going to help if you can't hit the ball.
I know,
like.
but if you can't go out and in a sport and cheat by spending a heap of money, what is the point in
What is
spending
the
a heap
point?
of money?
Which that's what
that's what
everybody
Man
does.
City do.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, well, it works for them.
Yeah, I know.
But everybody just buys a new club, and you do get a big confidence boost when you buy a new club, and then like you just go back to being shit a week
Well, I'll
later.
tell you, hey, when good golfers buy a new club, they're devastated
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Why?
because
Let's start again.
they nearly start again.
Yeah, you have to break it in basically.
Yeah.
Do they really?
Oh
Because
my
I
God.
heard that
Martin Gotten's golf clubs were robbed 10 years ago, and I'd say it took him 6 or 8 months to get back playing. Right.
What's the Martin play off?
6, I think. 6 or
okay,
7.
yeah.
Is he that far down?
Well, he
Yeah,
plays
he was,
all right,
I think he's been near 4.
Who did you say? Who did he go golfing with last
Oh
week?
yeah, it's, did he go to Portugal with Donald Rigney and a big group of lads? Or
Yeah, he was in Portugal last week.
yeah, because so was Donald. I done the T-shirts
Yeah,
for them
yeah.
for the trip. I was wondering if he was part of
He,
that.
I think there was a couple of groups out there.
Okay.
He wasn't part of that group,
Yeah.
but they met up out there.
Yeah.
Or they were meeting up out
Yeah.
there. Yeah. No, they love that.
Martin a couple of weeks ago bought 6 properties in Temple Bar. Just
Fuck.
putting it out there. Gareth.
Just for the crack.
Gareth. Do you prefer driving the Harvester now than the Forwarder?
Yeah, there's certain things nicer about the Harvester now, I have to say. Like, in Clearfels and things, I would think Harvester's probably nicer.
Do you prefer Komatsu or John Deere?
Harvesters? Oh, would you credit I haven't drove a John Deere Harvester since 1070s. Around 1070. That's how long. I've only cut 5 trees with 1270.
Really?
That's all.
That's the 1070 that you had in Derrybrine
Yeah, I'd say so.
when I drove over the car.
Yeah.
Remember that?
But, so I don't know.
embarrassing.
Look, the forwarding's definitely a little bit handier in ways. There's more organising to it. You know, you're in and out more. You wouldn't be in your stock and feet now too handy in a harvester.
No, you wouldn't.
That's a
I
co-
have
that's
drove a
co-
Harvester.
That's a
Like,
cohort Joe.
you know, he's a fucking dickhead.
No, sure, it's not a call. I'm just saying.
Did the boys ever have a near-death experience logging? Gareth,
Yeah. Several.
go on.
Oh, well, I have trees.
Oh, you just gonna answer everyone yes or no. That's it. That's just yes or no here now.
No,
Podcast
but
done in 5 minutes.
I a few years ago, a tree, I was sawing on the hill and a tree blew down behind me and fell right where I was standing. I don't know what made me even look around. I did get a good fright, didn't I?
I was looking at it.
Do you see it happening? Are you scared?
He wasn't his whole. Sure, he wasn't under it.
Greg was looking at, he told me about this. He said he was looking at the tree falling down. He goes, oh, David's getting a promotion.
But that was definitely.
But it was dangerous because Garrett was sawing a tree looking that way and the tree came from behind.
Can you point the tip of the Mickey towards your mouth, please?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, no, that
No,
was.
no one
He's
has
out of
ever
control,
said that
man,
to
isn't
me
he?
before.
He's out of control.
that was-
3
that
times
was
here now
close.
and he's still doing this.
That was the
Unbelievable.
closest. And in the same bloody wood, it was like a little cliff. It was real slippy.
Oh, it was first
And I slipped on top of it. I rolled over to the bottom of it.
And then one day he was climbing up it with the saw and the petrol and the whole lot. Next thing he slipped and the chainsaw went tumbling down to the very bottom of it.
I had to go back down and get it. But it's the greasiest hill. Oh
Where's
my
my
God.
chainsaw?
David.
There.
The chainsaw that you were never able to start.
I started it. And I
was
cut a tree
started-
with
It
it.
was started and handed.
He didn't cut a tree.
Cut a log.
Cut a long length and a stack of bulb.
He stuck it into and next thing it made noise and he gave it back.
Right, what happened
Give it a
was
bit of kickback.
the lads were saying to me, you know, you can't go your whole life in forestry. You've worked as the harvester, you've worked the forward, you have to work the saw. Fuck it, yeah, you're right. I'll buy a chainsaw and you can teach me. Teach
Looks
me
like
the
you
way
are going to
of
go
the
your whole
samurai.
life.
Teach me the way of the samurai. Bought saw, started it, cut one, lent the pulp on the ground, went, nah, that's not for me. Good luck. That is it.
You just don't like
Sawing
saws.
is not for everyone though.
No, it's dangerous.
That's
You,
not.
yeah, were you afraid of it? Or?
Yeah, it's the knives. Even angle grinders, not a
Yeah.
fan. I'm not a fan of them. And
Oh.
I was using the angle grinder for Barry one time. Remember, I was on the lorry.
They're
and
not
my,
dangerous to
my,
chainsaw.
my hoodie went on fire.
Saw is way
I went
more
on fire.
I know, but
Like,
you know,
Not even.
I don't think it was that quick.
I went on fire.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
well,
could
that's-
you could work a grinder and you'd be grand, but a chainsaw, if you'd done one thing wrong, you'd be.
But you know, most people that are in accidents with chainsaws, it ain't chainsaws. It's the tree. It's usually they get crushed by a tree. It's very rarely the chainsaw.
It's very rare to get cut.
There might be a nip, but you very rarely get killed with a chainsaw.
Would you hit anything? Like, would you hit a hard enough knot or that in a tree that the chainsaw would kick back out at you?
They kick back depending on what way you face them into a tree.
Yeah.
But to have chain breaks and things, they're not so. Ah, look, I've cut myself once.
Jeez, the last wood we were in, Greg, the 10,000 ton sale, there was big bastards there. Like, I mean, there was one tree. How many? Was there 5 lengths commercial in it?
I think there could have been 4 or 5 meters in some of them.
It was big stuff now.
Yeah.
Have you had any near that?
I can't really recall.
Oh, you
I think
the
every
trees
day,
are
every
afraid of
day I
you.
go was near death.
I remember one.
I wouldn't be
Give me
as,
lip one day.
as careful as you.
What?
I think Garrett's a little bit more careful.
Yeah, probably.
I was near killing Greg one day. That's what I take with him.
Your near-death experience was just an argument with David.
Oh,
Me and Greg started having an argument about what colour a ham packet was or something stupid, and Gareth would be there. Right, that's it. Fucking forget about it. Go back to work.
There always has to be one vice reason, isn't there?
Yeah, there always has to
doesn't happen too often.
No.
be. So you've no near-death experience?
Have you there?
Yeah, tank of diesel.
You drank it.
I was up Track Collier, fell in again the gay, and I was right in between it. And the handle, the handle of the tank just grabbed the gay. It would have squished me if I hadn't. I don't know, it just fell over.
Is there many deaths a year in your industry?
No,
No,
very little.
very safe.
Towards farming.
All the gear is good now.
Farming's
and-
huge.
I can't remember any near death.
But years ago, it was fierce dangerous. Even filling with diesel, gravity flow.
Sure. Years ago, there wasn't even chain brakes on saws.
Yeah, sure, you cut your two
When I cut
fingers, you
myself
fucking
a
idiot.
266 and I wasn't even a chain brake on it. Hand time.
What's a chain brake?
It's exactly that thing that makes the saw lock on when it kicks.
Okay.
Stops the chain from turning.
There's a little-
If you
there's
see where you're holding it with your hand, there's actually a handle here in front of it.
Yeah.
And your hand doesn't even have to hit that. It's the kick of the saw that actually automatically lock it on and it stops the chain dead. Very, very safe now, to be fair.
And do chainsaws have the button on it that if that was to drop out of your hand, it'll stop?
Not.
Well, it won't. It'll obviously take a
Take a
to
second.
stop. Yeah.
But if it kicks or anything, or if it hit the ground hard, it would stop automatically. The chain brake would just automatically come on.
Okay.
And the close then stops the chain as well. If it goes into your trousers, it locks the chain
Oh, right. Okay.
with the safety gear,
Yeah.
which is very important.
Greg has the house, kids, and car paid for. Why not fuck off into the sunset and let David run the show.
David wrote that question himself.
Hey, it wouldn't be if he ran into the ground, wouldn't it?
You tell that lad to know what he's talking about. David run the show.
Yeah.
Surely
Listen.
I'd run the show if Greg went.
Tell Gareth, sit near the mic this time.
Oh,
say
you
that
was far
again.
away last
It
time.
must have been. For Greg, this is for Greg.
Oh, I love them.
Who's your favourite brother?
Don't answer that.
No comment.
Don't answer that.
This must be a joke one. This is definitely a joke one. Why are you not as good as Horgans in Macroom Timber?
Never even heard of him.
I didn't know there was
Like
timber
Conor
down the
McGregor would say, who the
Horgans.
fuck are
Corrigans.
them guys?
Is it Corrigans?
Crow.
No,
Horgan.
Horgans.
Organs.
Horgan.
Horgan. No, there's no, it's Horgans. Don't know.
What's his name not come up to look at your touchdown? Who was that?
No.
Can you guarantee?
They probably are the best out there. In their own minds.
Hey, can you guarantee that machine will never break down?
No, it's not that.
We know Greg's arms are bigger, but who has the bigger? That's me. How do you pup with David? We've probably asked that a few times. I'm easy pup with.
Sure, answer your own questions there now.
Yeah. You're tough enough now at times.
Am I tough? Am I tougher now or back years ago?
Oh, years ago. Way tougher. I think it's because we hadn't as good a gear maybe and we spent more time with him.
Yeah, no.
Like, I mean,
have
people
do
just
it
say
now.
to me, how do you pup with your brother? And I go, sure, like we only talk when we're getting tea. Maybe 20 minutes
Yeah,
a day.
you'd be in all different areas.
Yeah, like
You-
say David, I could be in the machine and David would drive in at maybe 7 o'clock and you might salute on the line.
Yeah.
Sure, then you talk for a half an hour at 11 o'clock. I mightn't see him then. The
When
whole
you ever
day.
feel lonely in your job? I know you listen to a lot of podcasts. You just like listen to a rock or something. I don't know. What the fuck you
I never feel lonely in the wood.
I think you just want. It's nice to actually have a day where you're left alone.
I actually often get into my machine. I wouldn't even turn on the radio all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean-
I'd be just so focused.
Since Jerry Ryan died, it's out the window.
Yeah,
You're
Jerry
a big
Ryan.
Jerry Rain family, aren't you?
Jerry was great.
No.
See, you were too young.
No, my mom was obsessed with him.
I was disappointed
right.
in the end, like, because he used to spout on about not doing drugs and this shy. But he was good.
He was brilliant.
Yeah. Was all gone so PC now. They're just talking about fucking books that were raw, and there's no spur of the moment. Someone ringing in saying, you know, I got the shape at home last night, be this led up the road, or
Yeah.
Yeah, like even Joe Duffy seems to like censor callers and shit. Like,
Joe
Yeah.
Duffy. is
If you don't-
two
if you're not-
ends
if you're
of
not
a bar.
agreeing with
all
what he's
them
talking
shows
about.
are produced the shit
Yeah,
out of.
yeah.
Yeah, they're produced.
I
And
would
Jerry
just
Ryan's
rather-
wasn't.
No.
He's not any bit like
Sure, he
sometimes
just arrived.
Joe needs to be just a listener, but he has too much of an opinion.
He does.
And that
Yeah.
annoys me a little.
I always find as well, if anybody comes on that disagrees with what they're talking about, it's all right, we don't have time for you now, you're gone. And
The way
Yeah.
the way he went on over the wolf horns,
Oh, that was bad.
it was a fucking disgrace. He should have been. He should have lost his job over it.
Yeah, he was a fucking dickhead. He really was. Made such a big deal over
Yeah,
that.
or you're promoting the murders of innocent people just because they sing,
sing rah songs.
rah songs.
Yeah, it's fucking so low. Greg, you were bullying over that.
Give a fuck.
Oh, got me back. Is killing
I
me.
don't care. I don't care what anyone
I don't like
does.
Great Arse either. He's another one.
Is he?
Oh, he's so nine. His way or no way.
Did you like him on the Den?
Yeah, I did. And I liked him years ago when he was on with what program was that?
Was it Matt Dempsey's breakfast?
Scooter on the corner.
Oh, that was Jerry Ryan. No, on Today FM when he was with Mairead Farrell and the wife was there as well. Which wasn't the wife.
It
at the
was
time.
Jenny.
I like Mairead Farrell.
yeah, that was what?
Yeah, I did it
the
that
Ray
time.
Darcy show.
I
Yeah.
don't like her now though.
What game did they play? Fix It Friday, was it?
Fix It Friday. That was it.
That was good.
I liked him at that time.
Yeah, that was good.
That was before he thought he was a Radio 1 presenter.
I know.
Do you know, that ruined
But
him.
it's because it doesn't matter whether you're a radio presenter, television presenter, or whether you're doing Instagram now. Because we live in a world where social media is like it's like this fucking echo chamber of the worst of each side, and everyone's terrified to say it, and they're going to get cancelled.
Well, like I sent you those clips of those videos recently. Do you know the ones I'm talking about? I don't want to say it on here. But and that was an iRadio presenter from when he was younger, and it was fucking hilarious. But I'd say he hates that they're still out.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
definitely.
Why was a racist?
No, but he was just having a laugh about stuff the way people would. Having an opinion, making fun of stuff with, maybe ethnic groups, minorities or whatever. And now that would stop you from getting a job now. It's like people wanting to sponsor this podcast and ask me to delete 200 videos that I done 5 years ago. Like,
Yeah, no, it's shit.
it's a lot of shy.
Things that happened years ago before it all got woke or whatever. They should be disregarded.
Why does Google do that? Actually, I was trying to get a photo of you the other day to cut out the head things for that poster, and when I googled David Cuddy and went to images, it throws up stuff from like 10 years ago, and I'm like, we definitely post so much shit now that they should be like the Google images.
That's what shadow banning is.
Maybe
No,
whoever
they don't.
was doing it just wanted you with no grey hair.
Yeah, that could be it too. But it's just also shit. It's also fucking weird now.
No, I don't have any time for that shit. Yeah.
But I think that's why everybody, like, the comments we get on the Patreon, like in the app now, was fucking fantastic about the shit that we just come out and have a full scale proper conversation. And you said it the last time you done the Patreon as well, like he felt so much more comfortable behind that.
Well,
Yeah.
Because there's always someone looking to be upset over something. Because people are cunts.
I know, but Jesus Christ, fuck people's feelings.
You are fucking right. How did ye meet your wives?
Oh, not getting into that. That is not a timber related question.
Gareth is.
Go on, Gareth.
Gareth doesn't like talking about this because it was a pen pal thing. It started. They started writing to each other over long distances, and it went on for years.
Is that true?
Yeah,
No, it's,
it is. They were pen pals.
the wife lives 9 miles down the road. Went to the same school as her.
Sure, they used to write the letters and make little airplanes and throw them. It was fucking.
Do you want to go cinema? Then
It
mountain.
was so good. Yeah, go
What's it
plough
called?
with it.
Plough.
Smooching and plowing.
Smooching and plowing.
Who's Mammy's favourite son? Is it really Sean? Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Why didn't you go down the silage route when you had the tractor? Garrett was always on about.
Gareth
I
was
love you.
mad for silage.
One fucking swallow doesn't make a summer.
Hey.
One tractor's not going to fucking good silage.
But Gareth was always on about silage.
Always,
Yeah, no,
always.
I do like that game.
Somebody was fair upset with you over that tractor recently, weren't they?
Oh, Jesus, some fucking dickheads.
Four
See, like,
times or
when I
something.
get asked these questions, like I'm looking at these questions, like I'm getting hundreds of questions, right? So hundreds of questions coming in, and I only asked this, an hour ago? About an hour ago.
Yeah.
So when I'm asking questions, I ask as many as I can, as quick as I can, and I try and get through them. But I tend to leave the questions that I've answered a million times. If I'm after asking, where's the tractor gone? Why have you not got the tractor anymore? I've answered it a million times. But he kept asking me, where's the tractor? Why won't you answer me? Where the fucking tractor is? And I was there, fuck off. I answered it ages ago. You
Yeah, when I
dickhead,
seen
you.
the one, it was like, I see you're avoiding my question now. As if
it's a big
not,
deal.
Yeah, it's not a burning question. or
And
nothing.
then about 5 minutes later, another one messaged me back. It's in my yard.
It probably is.
Yeah.
A few quick fires there and there.
I'm fucking trying, you dickhead.
Where is the tractor, though?
Someone bought it.
Why?
Why aren't you using the low loader anymore?
Oh, yeah, I didn't answer the question about
The low loader broke.
Did it?
That's it. We bought a low loader to do a job and it didn't do it. And it's at home in our yard.
Still.
And we're throwing.
You sound like you just punished a child. Like,
I'm fucking fairly pissed over it, to be honest with you. But sure, what do?
You can do nothing.
No.
You can't work something if it's broke.
all of these machines must be a fortune, aren't they?
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
You told me about one, and I was just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't think you're ready for it.
No. No. In all seriousness, would you like to keep the deers or move on to different machinery? Now, I don't know what that question means.
Means would you change?
Yeah,
Like into different.
Brands,
100%.
I would say.
like switch from John Deere. To
If
Massey's
we
or
were
switch
buying
to-
machines, we would. Now we wouldn't price everyone.
Well, no, we're not going to go price rottens when they don't
We
have
we
dealerships. here.
we'd price anything that has a dealership in Ireland.
Yeah. And all of them are
Good.
like, they're all nice, like Komatsu, Ponzi.
I read that different. Would you go into different sort of work?
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Like diggers?
No.
no,
No?
No.
better.
I could 5,000 acres of silage a year, no matter.
You'd love to do that.
It's too late to be going at things like that.
If you were told in the morning you can't do your jobs anymore, what would you?
I go hauling timber.
That's what you fucking do.
No, I
No,
cut
he
it.
cuts it. He'd have a lorry.
You can't do anything with timber.
I'd have a lorry.
I'd probably go be a surgeon.
Oh, sure. Barry's haulage.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like the lorry now would be.
I think I'd be a
relaxing.
male model. Or maybe, do you know what I'd love to do? I'd love to be able to fix cars, but I'm not good at that.
Just
We've
go
got
work
all
with a
main
Morgan.
things we'd love to do. We're not good at them. I just said I'm going to be a surgeon.
Well, then I'd end up just driving a lorry.
yeah, there's
100,
loads-
that's all.
I'd love my own podcast room.
There's loads of things
Would
we
you?
could do.
Well, there's not much money in it. You're lucky you have your house and your kids paid for.
Gareth's gonna be a professional golfer.
I have my kids bed for.
How hard do you find it working with family? I don't know. That's for ye.
Easy.
Easy.
I think it's easy
It's
too.
the only way to go.
Yeah.
Well, you can trust your family. Well,
Well, like
mostly.
Yeah. Well, you can trust them better than
Strangers.
Strangers.
You have a great relationship, like.
It's all right.
Uh,
It's all right.
I know we do.
Yeah, we do.
could you ever see yourselves expanding the company, more machines, employees, etc.?
I would. Garrett wouldn't.
He was straight in with that, like he
Greg
thought
was
about it this
straight
morning.
If there was loads and loads and loads of money in it, I'd expand. You know, but
there's not.
I just think it's a bit tight for it to be expanded.
It's a tough game.
Yeah.
How do you deal with the tension of having a famous brother, i.e. Sean Cuddy, and making big bank?
We give examples of
it's
them.
easy.
Like.
It's easy. No bother.
Doesn't bother
We're
me.
used to Sean anyway.
Yeah, Sean's a superstar. Sean's a superstar. Why isn't David a company partner sorted out? That's not from me, by the way. It's from Paddy Daly, just in case you were wondering.
And Paddy, David has so much going on. How could he
David
be,
can
how-
barely do his days as it is.
How could he be part of G
I'm
and
lucky.
G?
I'm lucky the lads haven't fired me.
The
G
public
and G.
push for that more than you do.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'd have no. I don't know what good would it be me being a partner. It would cost me money
Yeah, would that affect the public at all? Because a lot of people do ask that every time the guys come on.
every time.
David is too clever for that. And that's why David's not a partner. Because he never ever asked or never pushed because he's too clever.
Yeah, you've never said I'm going to get
I've
a
actually
machine.
asked the lads to be a partner in what I do.
Because you would have to take on like 10 times more responsibility if you were to do that, would you?
I wouldn't be able. I wouldn't be
Enough
able.
going on.
In fact, boys, lately you've been facilitating me a nice bit now.
Yeah, but you're it's
Sure,
near
up his
home.
hole, anyway.
Yeah.
Not
like-
not up his hole, like in a nasty way.
No, not in a nasty way. We were lucky in that last wood. I wasn't well this week, and you happened to be in a wood that was hard
Yeah.
to cut.
And there's a lot of things in favour. The hall was short and the timber was shit. And I could go on.
What would be your debt roll final meal?
Steak.
Steak. So fucking.
I know what
rich.
Gareth's going to say.
You don't have a clue
I do.
what I'm gonna say.
I do. Lobster and turnip. Gareth loves lobster and turnip.
I don't know, big
Together, like.
Yeah, he loves lobster and
turnip.
turnip.
Fucking you talking shit.
I've never actually had lobster though. I do want to try it.
Yeah, but if you put turnip with it, Gareth loves it.
I'll probably get it fried.
Who doesn't like steak?
I have never tasted lobster. I love her steak.
I think it's overrated, but if you do get a nice one, it's fucking savage.
A nice
I think
steak.
it sits in your belly. It's real.
The one
Right,
in the
what
one in
does your
Trump's now
food
last
say?
week was fucking savage.
Well, what's your favourite meal? Last debt roll meal?
I would go for the steak down in Trump's fucking hotel. It's savage.
I've never had it down there, and I've been
I'll
down
have
there.
to go
I do,
now.
yeah.
I have, yeah. And I've
It's
been in all the
so
luxury
reasonable
places.
as well. Like
Is it?
Matt, what you call
Oh,
reasonable
idiot.
mightn't be the same as everyone else calls
Oh, I
reasonable.
eat it.
I'm medium rare.
See, I like my fucking. I like it burnt.
No, I see. There's nothing to it. Then I think it's shite, and you're chewing on it for 20 minutes. When that came out the last night, there was peppercorn sauce with it, which was absolutely gorgeous, and all the blood started mixing with the peppercorn sauce, and it was fucking unreal.
Oh no,
It's
I
not
wouldn't
blood,
like
by
that.
the way,
Wouldn't
no.
like that much. No,
Is
it's
it
not
not?
blood.
No, it's not blood. No.
No.
Like I eat mine like really like
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's not blood.
I wouldn't need that right
Google
now.
it there. It's not blood.
yeah,
it's
it's not- it's- I don't know what
it's
it's
some
called.
other fucking thing, but it's not blood.
Every
Blood's
time
gone.
I say, I hate when there's blood in it, people would rare on me.
Yeah.
Great, man. It's the
Yeah.
first time anybody's ever corrected me on that. I always thought it was blood.
No, it's not blood. I don't know what it is now. There is a name for it.
Garrett or Greg. Greg, this one's for you. And it's from your daughter.
It isn't me, bollocks from me
I
dad.
swear to God, it's from Shauna Cuddy, and it says, "Who's your favorite child?" Look.
Shauna knows I have no favourites.
Oh God.
I am actually the only one that knows that answers that question. He told me.
I never did any of this sort. Fucking hell. Get me in trouble.
This one's for Greg as well.
Oh,
Greg,
he's
there's a lot for you. Do you feel a sense of pride now that you have your son working with you?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, to be fair now, why not?
Oh, no, it's good.
Look, I just thought it was a very woke question anyway.
Well, put it like this.
Just say, yeah, I'm delighted. That's all, that's it. He took pride.
I didn't ask the fucking question.
Who asked the question?
Who asked the question? Chris Offend. Now you have to put me on the spot.
Is that a girl or a boy?
Chris. It's a girl.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, Chris. Okay?
If that is your real name.
That is your name.
If that is your real name. We never pushed him to it.
No,
You know,
like,
we tried our best to get him to go do something else.
she could have just asked it more manly.
And he came himself and he likes it. And that's a big problem too, because to be honest, there's no one going to get into this racket.
He likes me.
Myoglobin is what
That's
it's
it.
called.
Myoglobin.
Red
It's not
liquid
blood.
is water mixed with a protein called myoglobin.
Is it good for you?
It's protein, so I imagine so.
Okay. So you
There
were...
you go.
Hey,
We're right there.
I had to drink the fucking myoglobin right over a circumcised penis. 5 years from now, where is G&G and Silent D? Maybe G&G and D. No, there'll be no D. Go on. Where will you be? What will you be doing?
Probably similar to where we are now, only maybe a bit heavier.
I'll be in the sleep blooms and Gareth will be in
Sleep
Galway.
God, he's really not letting you around home, is he?
No, I don't want to be around home.
If you did get bigger, would you like to, not that you'd have to be there, but would you like to have a setup in another country making you money?
Oh, God, no.
No?
No.
I would.
I don't think I go to any country to cut him brother than Sweden.
No, you don't. Yeah, you don't have to be there, but you'd have like your company is over there.
We'd actually love to go to Sweden and cut timber or America for a while.
Yeah, because you said it was great. That's what made me think of that.
I'd love
Now,
to.
when I mean from 8 in the morning to 6, I'd like to go home to Ireland then.
I don't think that's possible.
That'd be a long
Dan.
day, guy.
No, it would.
Would you not like to?
I'd be a home bird.
Yeah.
Absolutely home
I
bird.
have this thing where I feel like I'm wasting my whole life away when I'm in forestry and I haven't drove a feather buncher
Yeah.
or a bogey skidder.
have.
And I haven't drove a feather buncher.
No, you have wasted your life away. I mean, like,
That's true.
you should have tried these things.
I should have, but I didn't.
Because you are on the Globetrotter. You are in Czech Republic. You are in Sweden. You actually could have.
I could have been someone. I fucking failed.
Do you think it's easier out there?
I think there's more money in it.
These are bollocks. I don't see
I
everyone
don't
in
know.
America running around with money.
I do listen to
I
Logger
think,
Wade an odd time and
Logger Wade doesn't do cutting and logging.
what does he do?
He does full length logging. Cutting and logging in the US is different.
Yeah, but
It's only a new thing that they're bringing in.
Wade owns a mill.
Yeah.
There's a big difference. There's not one mill in this country not fucking flying it.
Yeah.
So
I think
it is-
it's easier. I think that the structure to run a business is a lot more streamlined out in the US. And I think their tax system is a little bit better. It's especially in certain states.
Oh, can I bring up something?
Yeah.
Just something to piss me off.
Go on.
Okay.
That makes people nervous. Matt just went 1 hour, by the way. He just went 1 hour. He didn't go.
He didn't. He
One
went
strike
like
and you're out.
Yeah.
Greg's like, shit, we're getting fucked out.
Right, so what do you think of this? Right. An odd morning we put up in Barack Obama's
Be back.
in Moneygall. It's a filling station.
Okay.
Yeah.
And an odd time we get a jambon. Okay?
Burnt.
No. A delightful jambon.
You didn't
Right.
go in like Gareth does
Listen to
normally.
this.
Are you going to give out now about
Hey.
Obama's?
No,
Because
I
Gareth
am
has
absolutely not.
Gareth
This
has
piss-
went into filling stations and he'd walk over to women, hasn't he? And he'd go, "Well, you burnt him again."
Well, if they're burned, but that's not the point. $2.20 for the jambon in Obama's.
Shocking.
So one morning there,
Big jambon or small? Like the small ones.
No, the
Big ones,
big ones, yeah. So we tore down the road then one morning to Burt Hill. We forgot to pull up in Obama's. 3.25 for Jambon.
In the Apple Green.
15 minutes down the road. Like, talk about a ride.
Sure, the price of coffees and yolks.
No. Let's go back to Jambon's. Right.
Yeah, don't believe Jambons are a sought after thing.
Is that not criminal?
Yeah, it is.
Is one like closer to the main road?
No, two of them are actually the very same.
One's Apple Green,
And the other is
Obama Plaza.
Plaza. Fucking, what? Like, the
price of everything is
105 in the difference for Jambon.
Is
The
shocking.
Plaza has obviously has other eating venues in it, doesn't it?
Superman. Well, I think,
So does the Apple.
what's his
Oh,
name?
the Apple
on-
Green does as well. I was going to say maybe it's because they have
Both
to fight
of
I think
for
the
Apple
plazas
Green.
have something got to do with.
Does Pat McDonald own
McDonald.
the Plazas?
I think he's something got to do
Yeah.
with.
He owns one in Port anyway.
Yeah.
But I was fucking disgusted.
Did you still buy it?
It all happened so quick there. It all
was
happened so
burnt.
quick. I walked out there frustrated.
But I find the whole thing frustrating. Like, think about the car thing. Why are cars so dear? And they're not going down. I'm looking every night at cars because I'm in America for buying one. And your car, your diesel car, what's the diesel car gone up now? They don't do they only do petrols now. So your diesel one now has gone up about 15, 20,000. And you see the price of all these cars, and they're gone up, and they're not selling. Like, the cars aren't selling, but the price hasn't gone down.
It must be.
They're not the same ones around.
That one we spoke about recently that you were keeping an eye on.
Yeah.
Is that still
there.
Fuck.
And that's there
weird.
2 year. And I rang that crowd looking to buy it.
And they won't drop their price at all.
Wouldn't drop it. €500. He was going to drop the price.
But obviously, they obviously brought him in at a price, and they're obviously stuck with them. Because if they would want to sell cars, so obviously they brought him in expensive.
Well, I heard from some reliable sources that if you have a
Jim
car
Gore.
crowd, if you have a car crowd holding stock like that, expensive stock for that length of time, and you ring them and you say, "Look, I'll take that off you. You don't have to carry a warranty or anything. I'll just take it off you," and they say something like, "No, I'm not. They're money laundering."
I don't think so. I would think
That's
that.
a huge.
I would think the opposite. I would think they are absolutely, after spending a fortune on these cars, and will lose money. I reckon.
But sure, how does anyone carry that kind of stock?
Bridge and loans, and maybe the bank would just stay rolling it over. I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, look, I know a little bit about bridge and loans, and you can pay interest for a while, but after a while, they want their money.
I know that too. But
And they
then
want the
maybe
full amount.
you do know the more you owe a bank, the more
They
Power
have
you
to
have.
work
come
with you.
around to you.
You've nearly Everton paid for D.
Absolutely.
Next week.
Greg's only 4 years older than me, and all his kids are reared. And I do think about sometimes the difference in me and you, our age, not that much. And I'm in a house with
So I was
new
feel
babies and
sensible.
everything.
I was always feel sensible when I was younger.
Greg was
I
ploughing
said,
earlier.
I said at 16 years of age, let's have a family.
Let's get this done.
Greg
Definitely
was,
not 16, but like I think like my mom's 60, my dad's 62, and both me and my brother are grown adults, like, or whatever. So like when I was 18, they still have a good amount of time to not have young children or whatever.
Yeah.
Like when your last one's 18, when Bruce is 18, like what are you gonna be?
I'm going to be a very old man. A very old man. This is actually a good question. I'm pretty sure you started this whole thing of people going for food on a Friday. How long are you doing it?
I think so. An awful lot of people go for food on a Friday now. Sorry,
Like,
man.
just going for lunch.
Look, we won't apologise for being trendsetters. That won't happen.
Well, when you're in the wood, right, Monday to Friday, and sometimes Monday to Saturday, isn't it nice to get a nod break out of it?
Hot meal.
Like it could be 2 hours.
Yeah,
No,
you're just
but-
talking about like the lunch you go for on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a
It
huge
wouldn't- it would-
ordeal. Like
Years ago, it wouldn't have been a thing people done in forestry.
Really,
Absolutely
no?
not.
It really wouldn't have.
years ago, man, if a lad came in and you were getting your lunch, he'd be thinking you were eating all day. Yeah, he'd be frowned upon you being in the car eating.
They think you were an Egypt.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great job. I
No,
think-
we liked food, didn't we? It was one of our favourites.
But lads get
like
things
food.
done now. If they work hard during the week, man.
Yeah. I think that's a big problem in all jobs where people are like, you look at the 9 to 5 rather than the workload that's actually done. Like
Yeah.
if I can complete my workload in 4 hours,
Yeah.
then
Yeah. So, and David, production does be way up on a Friday because of food.
Only if we go late.
But do you know, all Colin and John said, if you leave Dublin Friday and you're gone for 2 hours, you'd see it on the computer that evening. You'd see that you were stopped for 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
It would, but if you're,
as in how much you
As in,
get through.
yeah, how much you get
sorry,
done.
Yeah.
but you see, it wouldn't bother me that much because I'd stay on another 2 hours.
Well, you could go home an hour early too.
David would have to tip on.
I don't mind
to
working
do a
on
podcast.
sometimes. I only go home for after.
That's all.
Or when you have small kids at home, listen, nearly have to.
Oh, they have a lot of
It's work.
They have to.
Do you know?
Why didn't Gareth have more kids? Why do you hate? Because I'm an eager.
And I'm not.
That's
How many kids do you have, Gar?
Two.
Ah.
Two.
2 is plenty, isn't it?
2 test tube babies.
There's only one test tube here.
Do you remember when you and Angela started and you were writing your pen pal letters with crayons?
You're this bastard.
Wait, no, this is actually a good one. In the length of time you're working, what was your favorite machine for whatever reason? That's actually a good question. Mine was the first A10C that I got because it was the first decent yoke that I ever had, and the new 17 1010 we got.
I think the first machine that always have a little bit, you remember it more, don't you?
No, my favourite machine by far was the one Davis on now. miles ahead of the 17 one. Just beast.
Even production wise, it's twice the
So.
1010.
1010 is the sow.
Because you didn't get better. The machine did.
The machine got better.
Well, when you would own a machine,
Yeah.
you would own a machine, like, we couldn't keep him. We were double shifting that 1010. And the new one, you're up his arse to hold.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
I've got better.
No.
but
I think
there is
that's probably
something
what's wrong
too.
with my back. I'm going a bit faster.
Gary, we got an awful lot of long hauls.
Yeah, we did, but no, I don't.
No, we done some long hauls that were atrocious. Like there was tracks put in that were nearly a kilometre long.
Ah, yeah, but we were double shifting and Tinnins behind him, and he didn't. And I know one, like, there is
Maybe.
no comparison to them two machines.
I must have been better back then.
The old 1010 was a pig on the ground.
It was.
It was hard on the ground, like. You come on the road as your 1010 wouldn't mark the road, and it brings way more in the bunk.
And we know that because you're always on the road.
It's way more stable. The biggest problem with our 1010 is you're on it.
God, that's an awful thing to say.
Hey, you're all sick or injured.
I'm not always sick.
You are always sick.
I'm not always sick.
You're always sick.
When right to the layman, right? When you say always, right?
Always is more often than most other people.
I think I'm probably sick
I
like a
haven't been
normal
sick
man.
in
I'm like
2
an
years.
average man.
I haven't been sick in 2 years.
Yeah, definitely not.
No, last night. This has been the worst year ever.
Yeah, I think your back is actually an awful lot more
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, my back's fucked.
It's all definitely stress related, though.
Sure, they put me under so much pressure. Like,
Not for me.
Stress me bollocks.
I don't believe in stress.
Greg, you don't believe in anything.
Don't believe in stress.
So walk shite now.
Greg, to be fair, is a bit of a beast.
Don't.
When you broke your shoulder, you were out for fucking ages, and when Greg broke his shoulder, he was back in a week.
Stop now. There's a huge difference in the way Greg broke his shoulder and the way I broke my shoulder. Greg walked in with his shoulder working, other than he couldn't pull it out over his ear. I actually broke my shoulder in shite. I got 8 anchors in it to hold the bone in.
Greg,
I wasn't allowed to move my arm for 6 weeks.
fucking wench, you know. Here's a shy.
Look,
Doctors.
I know Gareth did get a fair old break, but to be honest, 2 of your pussies.
Hey, I was the sickest man in Ireland last week.
No, you're not.
Hey, I was the sickest
You're not.
man in
You're
Ireland.
animals.
Hey, I was the sickest man in Ireland last week, and I still went to work.
I was there looking
Did I
at
miss a
that.
day? No, I didn't.
I was looking at
I missed
that
one
this
this
morning.
week.
No, you
How
didn't.
can he be sick again?
Who?
You.
I still went to work.
I
Do you know-
don't
Hey,
care.
do you
I'm
know the
just
way
saying
you
you're
said to me
sick.
this morning that you had a pain between your 2 shoulders?
Yeah.
I could have that twice a month.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
And you know how I'd fix it?
What?
I'd go out to the shed and I'd pick up the axe and I'd split sticks for about 15 or 20 minutes. And I'd take the pain away.
Now, that if anyone is listening and they have a pain in their back, right?
But you know, he
That
has
is
a
not
Go
how
out and
you
break
do it.
the fuck out.
Do you think I'm messing?
No, I think he has a point. You can become really, really stiff and sore from doing nothing, and that is what you do.
I'm fucking walking and running every
No,
morning.
no,
walking
no.
and running.
Here's
but
the thing,
as
right?
in,
You never
moving.
played, I'm going back to sports. You never played sports.
Don't tell me I'm soft. No.
I'm not going to tell you you're soft, right? But I'm just saying, right? That
You're so soft.
if Gareth went sawn for 3 days and he come up to me the night after the third day and said, "Just Greg, my feet are fucking killing," walking ahead of and carrying the saw and that, and he'd just go off and saw the next day and the next day, right? But when you go out to hurl or play sports, you could twist your ankle during the game. You'll still train the following night. You just strap
There's
it up.
actually
and,
no reason why I should be sore.
No,
I was easier
no.
on myself than the rest of you. I didn't play sport. I never had a problem until last year.
But
Yeah,
Gareth could be onto something though. Like I'm sore all the time and I sit at desk all day. And don't
yeah,
do
I
anything.
think it's the less you do. I would feel it. If I'm driving long distance up and down the road in the car and I end up doing a lot of sitting, I will start to get a pain in my lower back. So I was trying to go out and
It's
start
the same. If
moving.
you spend too long in bed, your body starts to like really feel fucking.
If I
you
do a
get
long
up in
stint
the
in bed-
morning and do 50 fucking press ups and sit ups, and you won't have to go to Shane
And you
David
were
coming
actually,
out like the Hulk next year.
you were actually very good to do press ups.
and train.
I was. It's only this year. Like I'm fucking. I don't know what to start.
You're not young either. You're not young.
He is young.
Yeah, he's not young.
I'm 43.
Yeah, 43, but never done half his lifetime.
Do you ever hear such shy boys?
Hi.
Oh my
David, you know what you'll do?
Hey, I'm telling you.
And this is why when people ask me questions, this is why I do get these questions. How do you do so many hours? Neither. How do I answer this now? And everyone in my family works fucking longer hours than me. People that think that we work hard and we have brothers and nephews getting up at fucking 3:30 in the morning, every morning getting up until early.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but to be fair, I drive into the filling station or on the road. An awful lot of people work hard.
Yeah,
I mean, fucking hard.
I was working, I'm always running the mountain anyway, right? But I'd leave my house last year and I'd look up at the mountains. It could be 6 o'clock and I'd see 3 harvesting sit-ups and they all going.
yeah.
At 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd be only after getting up. And people say, we work hard.
Lads work hard.
See, we might tip on in the morning. I don't mind working on in the morning or in the evening. Why are you laughing at?
Are you at yourself?
Is he fucking?
I don't know what way. I just looked up and I looked over and was like, you cannot get any further away. Throughout the whole episode, you have moved back and back and
No,
back.
he's nearly in the camera.
Yeah, you're fucking moving out to the side throughout
Hey,
the whole.
I
him
have
and
a
Don
habit.
Curtin. Him and Don Curtin are two cunts, aren't they?
I was waiting for him to just bounce off the chair.
You're the hardest men on chairs. Him and Don Curtin.
So I don't know why I took
Is
a
this
fit
why
at
this
that.
chair is so loose? Because of Don Curtin?
You and Don Curtin. You and Don Curtin are the
Don needs
hardest.
to cop himself on now, coming in here and breaking up your chairs.
You need to cop on, Greg.
And tell the truth, he broke that light as well.
No, that was Jane. That was Jane. Well, lads, I'm very sorry that I'm injured all the time.
No, but I do think we have a point there, and you're
We're worried about you.
yeah, we're fierce worried about
that's
you.
nice. Well, what do you give me something that I can do
Okay,
to make
I'll
things
give you a
better?
suggestion,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Instead of running, start fucking doing exercises or weights or something
Okay.
and toughen you up.
You yeah? Any?
Look, I'm not one to be talking anyway, but yeah, I suppose something a little bit more to get your core. But there's a big thing, you see, you're a little bit unlucky because I could walk around for 3 weeks with a sore back, but the world doesn't hear it.
Yeah.
Do you get me? And I don't whinge about it.
I don't whinge now, to be fair. I don't like whinging about stuff. I like to just
It's funny how many people think that they're like the whole sickest man in Ireland thing, like that's real. Like
I know,
they think you're
I'm
being
very
fucking
joking.
serious.
People thought you were serious.
Oh, yeah,
Cheers,
yeah.
people think I'd be serious. People think I'd be dead serious about
God,
stuff.
people are fair good.
Do you remember with the in 17 you got a dose and you were going around telling everyone you had the black lung?
And people thought the black lung was a thing.
The
I
black
think I got the black lung. Pop.
I think I got the black
Hey,
lung.
you were sick then.
Oh, Jesus. That was COVID.
I don't know what the fuck it was.
Like, I was so sick that time. Remember we all got sick?
COVID wasn't real.
Hey, remember we were all sick back before COVID, the year before? Like, nearly a year before. It was 6 or 7 months. There
I
was
don't
an
think I
awful
was.
dose going around.
I don't think you
I
were.
don't think I was.
With that January, they were saying that the hospitals were inundated with like the flu season or
Yeah.
whatever, and then obviously it came out in March that there was this fucking thing, but it was
think-
definitely in before it came out.
Do you know what I think in my house now, I think it's, do you know when kids start going to school and they're in play school in Yorks, I think they bring home every fucking sickness that's going.
I'd say they do.
I'd imagine so.
Yeah, but the problem is, I suppose everyone washes their fucking hands now so much, and it seems the right thing to do, but we just ain't getting enough germs into
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah.
You're not creating the
I did
antibodies.
yogurt with my finger.
And do.
I do, yeah.
And do.
Which one of you got away with everything? Every family has one.
When Gareth never was bold enough and got
Gareth,
away with
yeah.
a lot.
Did I get away with
Well, you burnt down
You
the
never got a
house.
slap in the mouth ever.
You burnt down the house, you never got in trouble. That's a major one, isn't it?
Trying to think here.
Crashed the car.
Did you ever get bitten?
I paid for all them things.
Yeah, well, yeah, you should. It's your responsibility, like.
The burning down the house is the only you want.
Sorry, no, boys, about that. Out
And it
back,
wasn't
so.
even. It was only
He did.
one.
He got away with it. On.
He got away with a lot. Gareth did.
I actually think the other way around. You got away with it.
I would have said David, I imagine.
No,
would have
no,
been
it
the
was.
one.
It was
Well, what I mean is you got away
Mickey
a lot
in front
with
of your
doing
face.
nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Would I be right in saying that?
You were a bit of a docile.
I did get away with doing nothing for a long time.
Oh, I can't throw in the turf. I've turf mole in my eyes.
I can't stack that. It's too heavy.
If you don't fucking lift down, I'll bit the head off, yeah.
Were you one of them fuckers that you just went out and complained about everything you had to do?
Gareth was working. I had 3 years done in school and Gareth was a full-time worker. Gareth used to give me money every week
Yeah.
to go out. Because Gareth was working a chainsaw. Gareth left school early. I finished out school. So I never done anything.
There was no money to be made in school.
Yeah. No, Gareth was, I had a lot. Gareth was driving a forwarder before I even knew how to drive a car. You used to get dropped to the wood.
I know.
Did Barry teach you like all that stuff? Or?
No,
Seamus.
I'm self-taught.
Isn't he spot?
But I'll tell you what I did do. I got a little bit from everyone, but
Yeah.
I taught him everything he knows, nearly everything. Didn't I? There?
Gareth first taught me how to drive a forwarder. He did.
Yeah.
And then
And
after
Clifton.
that, it was like everything. It's a mixture of everything when you're driving a forwarder. It takes years.
I learned him everything.
He didn't. He didn't.
Absolutely everything.
You learned me a good bit, but you didn't learn me everything. Seamus learned me a good bit, and Mick
Yeah, he
Sullivan
learned you hardship.
and
Thought.
a load of people taught
I
me.
taught you all you know.
Greg taught me a good bit about the harvester now, because I haunted him for 2 years nearly, ringing every day.
Yeah.
What do I do here?
I got a lot of that.
It's not working.
So you pick up bits off everything, even YouTube. They're not telling you to pick up little things.
I remember a fierce embarrassing thing happened to me on the harvest one day. It was on Seamus's brand new 1070. It was brand new. And something happened, a pipe went and I put it all back together and next thing the knife wouldn't close. Just the bottom knives wouldn't close. I rang John Deere and we took off valves and we fucking done everything. And it was a bolt. There's a short bolt, a long bolt and a pin. And I had the long bolt put in a part where the knife just wouldn't
Wouldn't
close.
open.
And I was there all day changing valves and everything, telling the boss, I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know what's wrong with it.
No one else did. I don't know.
They were a rotten hip shape head.
They were a bastard.
Or they. 7-4.
Seven.
Remember the measuring wheel pipes?
They were dirty.
Fucking
though.
cunt fiok.
And they were weak as well. Like they break easy. And
The knives used to be breaking off the whole time.
They were a small head.
Like you.
Can't remember. I have a small head. I can't remember the name of that head.
745 or
Wasn't.
746.
It's 5 something.
No, it wasn't. It's a whole of face something.
621.
824. We just throw out numbers.
I can even get in on this one.
Yeah, go on, man. Take us down.
479.
Take it out.
That's it.
You're right. No, 742.
If I was right, I was going to just leave a gate to a machine right now.
742. So there's a 752.
That's a chainsaw.
754.
742 is what was on
747.
50s and all that.
747.
742. On
It's
the
a Boeing.
737.
Because you had 7.
Heavy.
You had a 762. 746.
It's like Monica and
746.
Friends.
Well,
7.
We have two forestry men having an argument.
There's no argument. We're just trying to get to the bottom
What
of
the
it.
name of a head is. And for anyone that doesn't know, a harvester can be called, if you're talking about a John Deere, it can be a 1070, a 1170, it can be a 1270, it can be a 1470, but each one of those machines can have a different size head. And the harvesting head is what cuts the timber and measures it. And they are a different size and different spec and they have a different number.
I love it. Shit to it.
Yeah.
But just no one needs to know really.
You rattling that off definitely just gave some machine head a horn.
Did it?
Yeah.
What's the difference in the grease and the oil that you use on the chain?
Well,
For anyone that doesn't know, when the chain on the harvester head works, it has to be lubricated or it'll just burn off the nose and stuff. And some people use oil and it's called chain oil, and we use grease.
in 2017, John McElrath said there was this new thing for greasing the chain.
He was
Or
the
for-
salesman for Komatsu Ireland. at the time.
Yes, for oiling the chain. And he said if we try it, he put on for free, wasn't it, Gareth? And if it didn't work, we'd go back to the same oil yoke. But actually it did work, and it worked really well. And because when the weather gets warm, oil gets thin. And when you hit the saw, the chain oil will spray back on the window. But the grease won't.
Okay.
And I think it's cheaper, isn't it?
I think that happens more in the winter when the chain is thicker.
Stringy.
It's stringy. It goes all over the window. Yeah,
How often do you have to like grease yourself?
that's the worst thing about it. You have to fill it twice a day.
Twice a day?
Yeah, if I cut a
Only
lot,
a few pumps,
Okay.
the smaller the trees,
The more you're using it.
the more you have to.
and it is
Use.
cheaper as well.
No,
It's half the
them
price.
guys down in Macroom only use it once a day if they're using the grease because they cut so little.
Once a month.
Maybe once a month, yeah. You've been hard on it.
David is the only one here that says we're the best in the business.
Yeah.
I genuinely think that we're exceedingly good.
Well, look, you have to
We're not bad, but
believe in yourself, don't you?
You have to believe.
But
I
saying
think
you're the
most.
best, saying you're best in business is
No,
a
I think,
fair
do
statement.
Do you get the main contracts for Ireland?
no.
No. I'll be honest. We do good work, but a lot of people do good work.
A lot of
great,
people.
A lot of people, and there's some great drivers. And when I'm only messing most of the time. No, I think I'm brilliant, and I know you're
I
brilliant.
think I deserve the
But I
parachute.
know,
'cause I'm the
yeah.
best.
I think we're really good drivers. I think we do a great job because that's what we like to have pride in our work.
Well, I think I'm the best all-round timberman here.
Well, Gareth would be great timberman.
Yeah.
Son, Harrison, Forden.
Is there many companies in Ireland that are like your
Fuck you,
thing
lads.
You do.
Yeah, but you're not the best at all them things.
No, maybe not.
No.
I'm the best of forward, like the handy.
You're not the best of forward. You're definitely
I
not the
thought you
best
knew
of
then,
forward.
you know.
No. I've
Hey, I
met
was
it
getting
my own.
out timber when you were playing Tomb Raider.
Gareth, I just have it all. Right, I have the whole
just have an
package.
experience.
I have the skill.
Behind sawmen. I've just 6, 7, 8.
Oh, Jesus, back to fucking the old days with the old gear.
That's what makes me so good now. That's why I'm never sick now.
There's a lot of huh?
That's why I'm never
Don't
sick.
make me laugh
Because I drove
because I
machines with
could
no
break my
heaters.
back.
I drove
we
machines
don't
with-
want that.
I drove
Yeah.
machines with no windows.
Yeah, I don't know how you did that. I don't know how you did
So
that.
he couldn't drive a machine without air conditioning.
You had it handier, alright.
I did drive machines with no air conditioning.
What machine?
The 810 I drove for Seamus.
Still a good machine, though. Gareth drove an Austin 250.
Yeah,
how,
but
how do you drive a machine with no windows?
Dangerously.
no, he's thinking about it like it's not a tank. You know, you
Yeah,
can't-
I'm thinking of it like you can't
Yeah,
see it.
you-
You just mean there was no glass in the windows or no bird
Yeah, no
space.
windows in it. Yeah.
You're like a closed box. I
Yeah,
was like,
he was thinking about a closed box.
Oh, yeah, that would be difficult.
I took a loading shovel with a crane on.
Oh, the
Fucking
Map Pro.
Mapro 250, yeah.
Fucking hell, that was some pile of shit.
Good loader, bad timber harvester.
That was a made up job.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a few of them
There was.
because I seen them.
It was one of these small farm loaders that you'd see now that lads would use for
Map
bringing
Pro.
in silage and
I
stuff.
just said Mapro.
And brother-in-law who would have a huge engineering background, he'd Chanzan, and he put a crane with a new harvester head on it, and like it was not designed for the wood.
No.
Like it really wasn't.
He bought that made like that.
Did he?
Yeah, and there was a she little head on it, and he put a new Silvertech head on it. He did make changes. He put a bigger crane on it after a while, and he put big coolers and a bigger oil tank on it because the head was harder to run. He done a good bit with it, and he put diffs in it. There's no diffs in them loaders.
Yeah.
So he is a fair load of detail.
I know the OG when it comes to engineering. Barry and John would fucking go at anything, wouldn't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah, no, serious dudes.
I'm trying to get John and Barry in. That'd be good.
That'd be good.
You're getting on now of them.
I
I
would.
tell you nothing.
You
Many
would.
of them, how many of you are there again?
There's a lot.
There's 11 in our family. 7 boys.
And we're all fucking animals.
And then I suppose now, to be fair, John Ryan's around since I was a baby.
Yeah.
So,
He's a brother-in-law. He's married to her sister.
Oh, right.
And he has machines as well. 931 and
and
1010 with an R8 driver on it. Super Army soldier. He's getting there. He's getting there.
yeah.
Yeah, he's getting there.
He's 8 year into a 10-year friend. So he's coming on nicely.
Yeah, like poor O'Shawn, he left. Like, what did he do? 1 year.
Jesus, he fucked up.
Yeah, and he's with
Never
Curtis now.
he's never going to get his papers.
Is he starting again now from scratch?
Oh, well, he's doing his training with Curtis now, so it'll be
15 years.
it'll be like a FOSS course. Say
Okay.
like
Young Sean, though,
it'll keep
is
you
he
busy, but it won't make you the best. Curtis is fair gear though.
Yeah.
Hair's fucked.
though.
His hair's fucked. Worse than you.
Why do you look at me the minute you say that?
Every time I say hair though, I get paranoid and I look at
You
Brad.
know why.
But literally, anytime it's mentioned, like, he could be like somebody had a mohawk, but he'll
I'm
just
gonna-
look at me.
just look at man and go, is this upsetting him?
Yeah.
Is this gonna upset him?
Yeah, it's not though. And like, let's call it spade. It's not as bad for Matt as it is for Mark. Mark has not a piece.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just something that he's failing on. Do they know how lucky they are to have you carrying them? I'll tell you what, Ian, they don't, right? They don't appreciate me at all. It's fucking shocking them after sitting here now and all they're after doing is abusing
That's
me.
not true. We do.
You don't.
We appreciate everyone.
Yeah,
That's-
we do.
Don't we got?
I feel to show my appreciation, T. That's why I get up every morning. I do my utmost best for you, and all I want is a 1510 or something of similar size.
No, we can't have a 15-10 park because the lad is secret sore.
Jesus Christ!
But Gareth did say to me today, you are a great lad.
Look, he's lying.
No,
No.
you're a great lad.
Go on, tell us
Sure,
more.
6'8".
Closer to the mic there when you're talking about this.
I said he's a great lad, and we're going to miss him when he's gone.
Why? Where am I going?
You're going to die.
You're firing me.
You're so sick, you're going down.
You're going to die in the black lung.
I don't know what's fucking wrong with me. I am gonna get myself better, boys, and I'm gonna do a marathon. Or
Well,
something.
maybe you should go to the doctor.
No marathon.
Like, you're going to someone about your back when really there's just something wrong with you. The doctor needs to look.
You don't need marathons.
I don't need marathons. I don't.
You need to go to the gym.
Why is he doing a marathon?
No, I'm not doing marathons.
does.
See, that's how rumors start.
You do a bit of running.
You could have
I
worse
do a bit of running.
rumors going around.
I do a bit of run. What's frustrating for me right now is when I hurt me back at the start of the year, right? And I was off for how many weeks? 4 weeks anyway.
Yeah.
4 weeks off with me back. Lost the hip way, and I thought my back was getting better. And then I fucking hurt me back again, and I don't know why I'm after hurting it. I don't know why I just started over nothing. And it's not even in the same place. It's right underneath my shoulder blades.
Yeah, like where you described is a very strange place to have back pain. Like,
Really weird. Really weird.
That could be your neck.
Yeah, it could be. Maybe it was
a lot of issues with your back come from
Hey,
your
you
feet.
could sleep wrong
Yeah.
in your back. You could sleep
You
wrong.
could
and wake
sleep
up
wrong
sore.
and that could happen.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's it. But look, I'll know tomorrow Shane's going to fucking do some magic on me.
Yeah, but maybe you should go to Shane and then go to the doctor.
I went to the doctor. Do you know what the doctor says to me? The last few times I went to the doctor, right? I went when I got bit by the tick. Remember, I was sick after the tick. Yeah. And he fucking rotted me whole.
The tick.
No, doctor. Doctor. Because I rang. I didn't want to have to go in. And I felt sick. I was ever getting bit by the tick. And I was there talking to him on the phone. It was during COVID. That was it. You know the way they were doing the phone thing. And I wasn't well, I had a headache. And he goes, well, like, what's your temperature? And I was there, sure, I don't know. And he goes, well, like, measure it. And I was there, how? And he goes, a thermometer. And the only thermometer we had was the one for the baby to shove up his arse. And I go, what am I supposed to do? Shove it up my arse?
And he
What is
said,
that?
Well, he wasn't very happy.
Do they have to?
I
thought
didn't
you
think
put
they
them
had
there
to
as
go.
well.
You know,
On a baby, I only found out after. So with a baby, they don't regulate their temperature the same as an adult. So you stick a thermometer up a baby's arse.
what?
Yeah, a newborn baby, you stick the thermometer up
But
their
that
arse.
same thermometer could go under your arm. couldn't
For an adult,
it? Yeah.
yeah. But now we have a...
You probably stuck it up your arse now.
That's I did. Rode it
Drop
around.
a throw in the kitchen.
But we have an electric yoke now, it's fair cool.
Yeah, we have as well.
Oh, is that
So
one of the
for-
ones like that Forehead.
Oh,
Eh, Harry Potter shit. Like, I mean, it's like a wand. Hibbity-bibby.
It actually
It works perfect.
We'll have to get one of them for our chaps.
Have you not? Your chaps all grew up.
it's the offer blown into the bag you need for your jobs now. That is
we have that at home in the kitchen.
Have you though?
a great job.
Yeah,
The alcohol thing.
You'd want it now.
that's a good job.
I was only saying.
You'd want it for the next morning.
You would,
fucking
yeah,
definitely.
100%.
I was only saying to Matt last night during the Patreon, last Friday night, I was expecting it to be a born out night. We'd go in and we'd drop in for an hour show our face. And, you know, because how much fun could an 80th birthday party be? And it was fucking great crack.
It was.
Great crack. I'm so hungover the next day.
All the cousins was there.
Yeah.
I drank 3 pints.
Garrett's so sensible, Greg, isn't he?
It was Friday night, like.
I didn't drink at all.
There you go.
Jesus, lads.
He's even more sensible.
David, you lying about how good this party was? or-
No, it was great crack.
No, it was good. It was good.
It was great
It
crack.
was a catch-up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
It was
catch
actually
up.
280.
Well, lads, I'm going to go home because my back is killing me.
That's my fault.
But it was great. It was great having you. A question that I get asked all the time is, why don't you do more podcasts? And the answer is, Gareth is never able.
It's the lack of things to talk about.
There's so many things to talk about. We still have to get to the bottom of when you and Angela started your relationship. And
Think about that, Cara.
yeah.
But we don't have to get to the bottom of yours.
The smooching and
Oh,
plowing.
smooching and plowing, flashlights into the car. Yeah. Riding in Carlo.
Well, thanks for the tea and the biscuits.
I got you a drink. I brought him loads of boost
Yeah, why is that? He gets
You
4
only get-
cans and I
obviously, there's
get...
only to get
because when I went into the shop, there was no single cans and there was only cans of four
Look, I'll
together.
leave that here for other people. Like. I'll just take my can with me.
You can take another Kanga. It'll do you. It'll save you tomorrow. You'll feel a lot better when
It'll
you're
do you
getting
your 8
your
hours.
jam
I'll
bon.
drink a can of boost
Hey,
on you.
you'll feel you're saving money, not spending money on a jam bon. You're saving it on that.
No jam ones tomorrow.
Hi.
They're too expensive.
Oh, you've give up on the jam bons now. That's it.
It rocked me.
I heard that was a deep one.
Garrett's lunch is the same every single day. Block of cheese, bread, and he'll take a bite out of the loaf and a bite out of the block of cheese.
I would do that, but that is not my lunch every day. I bring ham now sometimes.
Do you?
I love how that makes it sound better. I do what he says, but I bring ham sometimes
it's
now.
boiled ham.
And the cheese.
Oh, fuck.
He brings
No, I
boiled
don't
ham
bring
and he
boiled
takes
ham.
the
That
bites out of it.
It's not boiled ham. Even though boiled ham would be nicer, but no, I don't. Anyway, look, I don't do fancy lunches.
You don't?
I'm tired now anyway.
Yeah, me too. We're all working in the morning, well, except for me.
Oh, sorry, man. I'm pulling your wire.
Right. Thanks a million, everyone. And I will chat to you next week and the camera's there.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Look.